First of all, I want to thank you for tuning in to this video. The first video, some of the feedback I got from friends and family that I was getting a lot of glare off my glasses. So I try to correct that, and hopefully I've remedied that a little bit. So it's going to be a trial and error. It's going to be a work in progress, and over time, again, the quality and content of my videos will improve. I promise you that. So please stick around, be patient, and I will do my best to make content and videos, that are in need or in demand. I'll jump right into today's topic. Today's topic is credit. Credit is one of those things that you can't touch, can't feel, you can't eat, but it's very, very important nonetheless and stuff. You can make you know 6-figure, 7-figure income and have bad credit and still be limited on what you can and cannot buy, what you can and cannot acquire as far as a home, a vehicle, that kind of thing. I mean, unless you're one of those people that's really good at saving your money and you're able to, to set a large amount of time, money at a time, and do cash purchases, for large items at a time, then that's great for you. But again, you're definitely in the minority because again, most of us are, find it difficult to budget and stick to the budget that we that we prepare. It's easy to put things on a spreadsheet or put things in an app you found to help keep you organized and stuff. But sometimes it's not so easy to, say, hey, I think I know I've exceeded my food budget, but I'm really in the mood for Olive Garden or Texas Roadhouse or something along those lines and stuff, and then just kind of jump out of it, and then it's just a cataclysm effect and stuff. Next thing you know, you're past budget, and then you have to squeeze even tighter the next pay period around and stuff. Little things like that. So those are just little things that the majority of us deal with on a daily basis. And one of the things, again, the main thing that I want to make this video on, and again, I'll make additional videos for specific topics. I just wanted to start off this video to give advice, to some of you that are just starting off. Maybe you just graduated from high school, in college, that kind of thing, or maybe you're just a little bit older, but you've never really, you maybe made some mistakes, that kind of thing and stuff, and you learned and that kind of thing, and that's kind of what I'm here for and stuff. I learned the hard way. Unfortunately, I grew up in a not so wealthy upbringing. So growing up poor, one of the things is as a poor Hispanic male, growing up, one of the things that I saw a lack of is financial education. Financial education, in that you're taught the value of money and how to buy things and how to uh, you know acquire things that you want or you need, that kind of thing. But you're not necessarily taught that you should only buy within your means. You should only buy something that you can truly afford and stuff. So the big mistake is you turn 18. You, especially if you go straight into college, you start getting credit card applications left and right. Department store credit card, car companies, trying to get you to buy a brand new car, and all these things. And again, it's very tempting because again, in the only interaction you've had in many cases growing up was to see credit as free money. It's like, whoa, now I just got all this free money that I need to spend, and I need to to basically go out and buy whatever I can, with the money that the free money that they've allotted me, whether it's another $1,000 or $5,000 limit or whatever the case may be. And of course, that's a really good way to get yourself in trouble. Again, you buy, you overextend, you have trouble paying your bills. Other things take priority, like light, food, water, those kinds of things, the things we need to survive. And again, it's real easy to say, hey, I just can't afford to make this credit card payment anymore, so I'm just gonna stop paying it. Then again, it's a cataclysm effect. You have one blemish on your credit, and then again, you're all of a sudden a high risk. All of a sudden, you're having to pay higher interest rates. You're having to pay again additional monies to get money in return, and these kinds of things. You get denied for home mortgages, for cars, for credit cards, and again, it's just very difficult. And as recent as 5-10 years ago, I had a conversation with a friend of mine, because I around that time I was kind of getting my career started, finished my degree and so forth, and I started making better money than I was before, and I was very fortunate in that sense, and I joked with my friend because he is sitting with a 800 credit score, and my credit score was nowhere near that and stuff, and even though you know, I was making a little bit more money than he was, I told him that I'm still, and I still felt like I was limited. I wasn't able to buy the house I wanted, the house of my dreams, the car of my dreams. I wasn't able to, indulge in some of the luxuries and fully take advantage of the of the extra money I was making. Now, I know that's not a good philosophy, obviously, and stuff, but every once in a while, uh, you want to be a good provider, and and provide some of the finer, nicer things to your family and your kids and your loved ones and stuff, whenever possible, So when you're limited in that sense, and you're not able to do that, it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, and makes you you know want for more, I guess you can say. Anyway, again, the main thing, again, the main advice I can give, those of you just starting off, or people like I mentioned earlier, those of you just starting off, or those of you that are in a situation where you have no credit, but you're contemplating, and you're getting offers, and you're getting this and that, if you can't afford something, um, without the credit card, then maybe you're better off without the credit card. It's If you can't afford to pay off whatever it is you're really wanting to charge or put on there, then again, maybe you're better off saving up, doing it the hard way. Yes, it's not as easy and convenient, and I think that's one of the ways that credit card companies kind of take advantage in the sense that it's quick and easy. You're like, hey, you got this money, don't worry about paying us back. You can make minimum payments, and you can pay on a $5,000 balance, $20 a month, and maybe 10, 15 years down the line and stuff, you'll finally be done paying those $5,000. But by then, when you add all the interest and everything else and stuff, you've probably paid two, three times or more than what you got and stuff. But at the time, you don't really see that, because what you're thinking is like, wow, okay, well, I'm living in the now, and and I know I want it now, even though I know I'm going to pay longer over time. It's easy for me to get it now and stuff. But again, 10, 15 years, no one can really tell the future, so nobody knows what's coming and stuff. You try to prepare yourself, and you try to be in a position where financially you are able to sustain the good and the bad, and so forth and stuff. But things happen, life happens, and in those circumstances, you kind of find yourself in a bind, and again, like I mentioned earlier, you find yourself in a situation where it's like, okay, what do I pay? Do I pay my light and my water, or do I pay my credit card, or do I pay this or that? Do I put food on the table, or do I pay my department store card? And it's real easy to get yourself in trouble that way. So again, general rule: if you can't afford to pay it off at the end of the month, maybe you can wait a little bit longer for it. And and general rule, keep one credit card, maybe two tops and stuff, in emergency type situations and stuff, and use it sparingly and wisely. And again, educate your children. I can't say that enough. Educate your children, educate your youth, You let them know the importance of good credit and taking care of their credit and taking care of and how it will potentially, affect their lives adversely, if they don't, instill that in them. So when the time comes, they at least give it a thought before they jump in and, and rush in and get that, that high dollar, high interest credit card. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Again, I will make a little bit more detailed videos, or at least more specific videos as we go along and stuff. And any ideas, tips, feel free to leave a comment. If you know me personally, just shoot me a message, email, something or another. Let me know what your thoughts and suggestions are. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it, and plenty more to come. Thank you.